Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Sunday Night Fights. This time, actually, on a Sunday evening. Today, I'm doing the intro, and my name is Ip Kai Fung, or Liam Ip, whatever you prefer to call me. And this guy over here, that's Ami Polizei and that is my co-caster and my observer for the streams that we do every evening. So it's a big thanks to him. So tonight, we will be bringing action from the ESL Western Front Armies one-on-one launch cup. So the games we will show tonight are both the semi-finals matches and the finals themselves. The first semi-finals match we will show is Jesulin versus Luvnest, and the second semi-final we will show is Vindicare X versus Twister. So we did stream some games last night as well from the round of 16. One of them was really, really good. It was Corporal Shepherd versus Vindicare X. That highlights up on YouTube. So if you missed that, you can watch that, or you can watch the archives of the stream. And that was a really good match. It featured both of the new factions and had some, showcases of some of the new units, like the Storm Tiger, like the King Tiger, the Paratroopers as well from the Americans, and the P-47 strafing run, which looks really amazing. And yeah, I think that's it for introductions.
Sweet, rock and roll. All right, I have the proper tricot on now. For 90 minutes, I was wearing green, Ipkai, and then Nachspielzeit happened. So here's to the Netherlands. Well acted, Senor Robin. Although it was Schneider that just kicked that ripping volley from the... Oh, my God. He saw an open goal, and he just... There was nothing Ochoa could do. It's really sad to see Ochoa go. He was so awesome. I'm sure every fan of Mexico right now is just crushed or just feels like they got the wind knocked out of them. That was brutal.
Yeah, they've never, ever got past that stage in the World Cup yet.
So
that's really annoying.
Close. All right. Well, I am ready. Jesulin Luvnest, semifinals, best of 3. Ready when you are. Let's go in game.
Okay, switch off camera. Okay, so ready to unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, fighting out of the West. We're on Kolodny Ferma Summer. It's the Alienware EU champion. Just won himself 1,000 smackaroo euros. Fighting for Spain. But this time playing the Red Army. It's Jesulin! Oh, nice with the vuvuzela. And fighting out of the East. This is a player who lives in Germany, and he's playing the Germans. He'll be in the red trunks, representing Sturm Tiger Clan. It's Luvnest. So, Ipkai, no Western fronts in game 1 here. We got a good old traditional Soviets versus Oster.
We do, but it would be interesting because there was a few patch changes, so I'm sure people will be interested to see how this game goes. Cool. To see how the two original factions play out against each other.
Yeah, the M3 got some significant nerfs, we can plainly say. So that might change the early game a tad. We don't have any Tier 1 from Jesulin, so we probably won't see M3s unless he goes it a little bit later. He's just going to spam out a bunch of conscripts. Luvnest putting some wire down. I feel all comfortable, Ipkai, like I know what I'm talking about all of a sudden, as opposed to yesterday, where everything I said was just a question to you. But that was so much fun, man. I hope we see some more Western Front armies soon, because I want to learn some more about the new factions.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, the factions aren't locked, so they don't have to stick with these ones. The only, like I said last night, the only reason they would ever have a problem if they have the infinite counter pick, and then they'd have to message me or another referee and just say, hey man, I want to play this faction, and then the other player has to say their faction they want to pick, and then that locks it in. So they're free to change if they want to. So say like if the next round, like Luvnest doesn't have to play Soviets, he can play Americans if he wants.
Yeah, cool.
And Jesulin can play Oberkommando.
I'm glad they're not locked. That's groovy.
No.
We have no idea what we'll see next. There hasn't been a shot fired yet. We're already 2.5 minutes in. It looks like they will discover each other. There we go. Shots fired! And the semifinals kick off. ESL 1-on-1 Western Front Army's Launch Cup. How cool was it that Greg Wilson came out last night, Ipkai?
Yeah, it was really cool. Also, as well, Jason Lee was in the chat as well, and he's the
I noticed
the lead
that.
he's the lead multiplayer designer as well. Now he's not. He hasn't been there a long time. He's only just had that title, so don't get mad at him for like previous past decisions with the game. But yeah, he's a really nice guy as well, and he was watching too.
It was so great to see them in the Twitch chat. You know, if they're into these competitions, then you know this game has a bright future. That's what we've always dreamed about. We'd love to have, those are our honored guests. You know, having a developer come check out our stream is a real honor. We really appreciate it. Because this is where it all goes down, right, Ipkai? This is where it's at.
I mean, this gives you great use. You know, you see all this like high level play, and then you can design around that or make balance changes. That it really helps inform your decisions, and also as well, it's entertaining as well. You know, a lot of guys I've seen, they say, "Man, I can't play this game, but I love how it looks." They love the graphics, they love the sounds, they love the armies. They love how sort of like the action moves back and forth over the map, and how how there's always little skirmishes all the time. People love that type of stuff as well. So I mean, if we get more people to just watch it, I mean, might not even play it. That's great.
Yeah, I mean that's how I am with some other games. I don't play them very often, but I am a fan of the casters and the players, and I enjoy watching them. Jesulin already drew first blood. He wiped out a retreating Grenadier squad when he made a move towards this house. Jesulin's got the north really locked, but Luvnest, he went 2 Grens into MG, and although he lost that squad, he did win the skirmishes in the south, so he has capped up his share of territory, and he's got this fuel that's close to his base that's locked down, so he's getting a fuel income. I mean, it kind of looks worse than it is. I think he's not out of this yet, but here comes Jesulin bringing a lot of conscripts, and we saw they already have flame nades upgraded.
Yeah, so this is quite difficult. Jesulin is going for, I think, 5 conscripts, or maybe he's going for 4, and then he's going to get tier 2 probably, that type of play. So nice Molotov, but Jesulin gets out of the way in time.
Luvnest get out of the way. Yeah.
Luvnest gets out of the way in time.
No worries. It's okay. We do it all the time, man. It's so hard. If you guys have never casted, it's amazing how many times you can say the opposite of what you're thinking and just have no idea that you even did it. But it's all right. We got each other's back, Zipkai. There goes another Molly in, and this one's going to connect. Whoa. Love's going to have to retreat. Molly's flying everywhere. His Grenadiers back away from that, but they back right into another conscript squad and combat engineers coming in. Jesulin has Luvnest surrounded.
I know. I think what Luvnest could have done is if he continued to shoot at those conscripts that were suppressed, they would have stayed in that state for a lot longer. So that was a little bit probably oversight on his part. But
is that a second MG out from Luvnest?
Yeah, he's gone really heavy tier 1, sorry. So he's got 3 Grens. It's going to be 4 Grens now, and 2 machine guns. This is super heavy. Super heavy tier 1.
But I mean, that's a good way to play against conscript spam, right? I mean, there's no real need to tech, is there? MGs are good against a whopping ton of conscripts. He's just trying to hold his little corner.
Yeah, you need to tech eventually for a pack. If Jesulin decides to go for T-34, then he should try and get a pack. But Jesulin's actually gone guard motor coordination tactics, and he's called in the 120mm mortar.
Interesting. All right. Well, against 2 MGs, that makes sense. That's a good build decision. One thing that we saw with Jesulin in the Alienware tourneys is that he is a very adaptive player, and one of his strengths is being able to read his opponent. And so I think that's a great build. I mean, we'll see. It's kind of. He's going to need some lucky shots to do a lot of damage. He's going to have to try to get some vet before he can use precision strike. But let's see if he's able to target Luvnest's MGs. The first mortar is fired. It flies a little long.
But every time that an MG gets revealed, you have to move it. Because as well as, the mortars hitting it, it's also, Jesulin will know, hey man, that's where that MG is, I'm going to get a flank on that. So you have to keep moving. Every time you shoot a volley, move. That's always good. MG 42 tips.
Luvnest has been fantastic about avoiding Molotovs, but he does walk into the center of Kolodny Firma, and there's just way too much Russian infantry there, and he's forced to retreat that squad. They didn't have any cover to fight behind. Mortar hasn't gotten a kill yet.
No, this is the thing with the 120mm mortar as well. It fires so slowly that sometimes you'll never get a kill all game, and sometimes you'll do something like that.
Oh man, it took a whole chunk out of that church. Wow.
Yeah,
well,
so this is what the weapon's like.
2 hits, and that church is almost down. It would be pretty exciting to see it fall. If you see it about to fall, let me know, Ipkai, because I love watching buildings come toppling down. The animation's amazing. Oh, did I just... Oh. Man, every shot, it's like some kind of Howie fired or something. It's just a massive thump.
Yep. And the Soviets were a big fan of big guns. They loved things, like the ML-20, which was really big. It was about the equivalent power of like 3 25-pounders the British had. It was they were crazy on their big artillery, and then they had the B4 as well, which had 20-centimeter rounds. It was just silly things that they came up with during the war.
Well, those were some great hits by the mortar. It took the 4-man MG42 squad down to 1 man, and he barely escapes. Literally, if he'd have retreated half a second later, he'd be dead. But what I'm really impressed by right now is Luvnest's ability to harass the map. He's come over to the north, he's capped down this VP up in the north, and he's really expanded his territory. And usually with Wehrmacht, that's really hard to do. So I'm surprised that Jesulin hasn't been more aggressively trying to put an end to these harassment moves, and that he's given so much map back.
Yeah, it's really, he's done really well. He sort of played very conservative at the start. He tried to hold on to his fuel and his ammo, and which he's done for most of the game. And now he's doing like this slow push now out to Jesulin's territory, and it's really, really good play by him.
All right, Jesulin does chase him out of the center. Almost a full retreat of most of the Tier 1 squads there. Luvnest should be very careful. He's going to try to sneak these low-health Grenadiers over to the ammo. And, wow, his LMG'd up Grens, actually, they're double vet now, and they won that fight convincingly on the right. Although, they just took a big hit from the mortar, lost a lot of health. But they have managed to cut Jesulin off of his fuel. Jesulin's got guards in. He loves to hurdle that fence. He's hurdled it about 3 or 4 times. He's going over to cap the VP or perhaps the ammo or strap point in the south. Wise of Luvnest to move away from the area of effect of that mortar and go start capping other points. Luvnest, we've watched him develop as a player, and you can just tell that his micro has improved over the past few months.
Yeah, I mean, he's all relatively new to the scene. Ooh, nice Molotov there, though. He has to move, yeah. But yeah, it's been really nice to see people, get better. I really love that, And, even if you have the big, household names from past games or, ages ago, it's really nice to see up-and-coming players as well. I think that's really awesome, too.
That's exciting.
Oh, nice hit on that Grenadier squad.
Where was it? I missed it. Where was it?
It was by his cut-off point on the east side.
What kind of hit? Was it a mortar shell?
Mortar 120.
I heard it, but I didn't see it. What's he firing at now? He's sort of
church still.
He can't know where that MG is, though. Can he? Let's see. Let's turn on the fog of war real quick. The MG's hiding. Now he knows it. He sees it hiding in that corner. Man, there's action all over the map. Ipkai, I don't know what to observe right now. Let me show you guys the tactical map and just show you how much stuff's flashing and how many units are, dancing around one another. Okay, Jesulin with the crafty hurdle in the center. He's going to get behind that MG and send it home, retreated. These double vet conscripts should be able to chase off these pioneers really easily. Pioneers, come on, multitasking, get out of there, Luvnest. Preserve your squads. Pro style. Build that big army. Let's see if they escape. They've got their upgraded minesweepers. And wow, these guys are warming into what could be a very nice game, Ipkai.
Yeah, it's been really good. Jesulin, he's picked guard motor, so Luvnest is probably weary that Jesulin will get T-34-85s. I mean, that's what's probably going to be coming next.
Okay, I see that the cooldown on Jesulin's mortar is ticking, so he is using it far away. And now he does have a pip of vet, so he can do the wicked precision strikes against Wehrmacht, and we can see that Luvnest has gotten up both a triage center in his base and an upgraded bunker with triage and tier 2. He's pumped out a pack. What do you think else might be coming from him? Do you think he might go for a counter mortar?
I think he might just be saving up resources to get Tiger. I think.
Okay. Well, Jesulin's a long way off T-3485s. He actually doesn't have that much experience. He just has 6.5 points. Where is Luvnest as far as CPs?
He's almost at 7. Oh, that mine up north.
Where, what?
Kill 3.
Where?
Up north.
That too.
They're
far
running,
north?
Yeah, they're running. It was by the cutoff.
Okay, all right.
Northeastern cutoff. But yeah, that mine. I believe that a lot of the mine, that like the AoE profiles on the mines did get fixed. So if you do run over them, you shouldn't. If the squad is full health, yeah, if it's full health, it shouldn't die. That's the critical bit, full health.
Okay, Jesulin's mortar's built up 10 kills now. Luvnest got to be careful with his pack. It doesn't have any protection. He's wise to start running long in advance of the arrival of all those conscripts. And I'm just, I continue to be impressed by Luvnest's ability to harass. He's sitting here capping this point with a machine gun team.
Yeah, that's just crazy. And he mentions that the 120 mil mortar is accurate right now. I don't believe it got changed, but I think because of how Luvnest is playing, he's playing a bit static at sometimes. So that's why he's getting hit a lot.
He's ooh-rahing these conscripts to chase the MG. It has to hard retreat. Okay, a little bit of quiet now as these guys kind of lick their wounds and regroup. These 2 LMG squads. We saw that kind of gameplay in Alienware quite frequently, didn't we?
Yeah. So a lot like this type of like heavy tier 1, and then the Soviets would also go like heavy call-ins. They did this commander was super popular guard motor because it's very versatile. You got the guards for like AT, you got this 120 mil mortar for like light artillery, so to speak. And then you got the T-3485s.
Full on Terminators, man. He's got 4 LMG squads. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, they'll shred conscripts, no problem. But he's got to be careful. He might need some ammo later because I think a strafe. If he had enough ammo for a strafe, that might help him out sometimes as well.
Oh, Jesulin's laying some traps. He's got both the demolition charge set by the center VP, and he's also got mines on the other side of the church. Still waiting for that church to come down. Oh, there was a nade in. That didn't damage the building at all, though.
Oh, man.
What's going on?
Oh, the grenadiers just ran into a Molotov down in the that
way
southern
south
ammo point. Yeah,
okay.
Southern ammo point. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I see it burning. Oh, look at the mortar damage.
Oh my God.
Oh man, double bet on the mortar now. 15 kills. That was a very wonderful shot.
I might have to look at the attrib files later as well.
Okay,
I don't believe it got changed.
Oh, look at the sweepers detected it. Look, the sweepers detected it. If he sees it, he can try to get out of there in time. He does move away before Jesulin pulls the trigger. So pro sweeping happening. He's going to find the mines that are here too. They're revealed, and he also just barely revealed that demo charge before it. He's going to wipe out his grants. Now, what do you do with it? Oh, they're target. Are they going to target it? Can they shoot it down from afar?
If you have a tank or a pack, you could do it, or maybe a mortar, set it off.
Like LMG's not enough to fire it down or anything?
No.
All right,
you
so
need some, like,
he's just aware of it, but he can't go try to sweep it, of course, because Jesulin would pull the trigger and blow up the squad.
Yeah, exactly.
So he can move his pack up there maybe and try to clear it? He'd have to pave the way for the pack, though, with a bunch of infantry.
He can't do it now. It's too risky to do that.
Man, look at Jesulin. The map has flipped colors so quickly. That's the thing with Jesulin. You think you've got an advantage on him, and he's so consistent. He just keeps coming at you, keeps coming at you, keeps coming at you. And, you could think you're doing okay, and a minute or two later, the map's totally turned colors. Now, that's a good hit, though. He got the guards to drop one of their DPs, and he almost wiped that squad out.
It's a nice weapon to pick up. Very nice at long range. So you haven't got the double LMG squad of Doom, but the DP is almost as good.
With 4 of them, yeah, I think so. What was it that hit all those guards so hard? Was that a grenadier nade or what?
Yeah, it was the rifle nade.
Oh, okay. I wonder if the mortar has any team kills. He does have 2.
Yeah, that's usually, you know,
Par for the course.
par for the course. Yeah, I'm lost for words today. But yeah, par for the course.
So we're just warming
Par
up,
for the course.
Ipkai. We got this is the first semifinals of 2 sets. Ooh, mortar's still getting kills in. And then, of course, we're going to have the grand finals. We're going to show you all that tonight, fight fans. So it's going to be a very fun Sunday. Nestle in. If you got to watch football, duo screen it. But stay tuned to us. We're going to bring you hot Ko2 action all night long, baby.
Yep.
T34 85s on the field.
So how is Luvnest going to deal with it? All he got is a pack. And he hasn't even picked a commander, actually, as well. He's building a P4. And I think he might be okay, but he has to be careful. Really, really careful. Because
they're pushing forward. Will he try to Faust them to slow them down?
He can get this one, I think. Yeah, he's going to go for it.
Straight frontal armor. He's fortunate. He does get an engine crit. Engine damage. Did they change the icon on that? It looks different.
Yes. Yes, they have. It's a little bit more like...
So the sunburst means damaged engine.
Yeah, and the cross means destroyed engine.
Okay.
And destroyed engine is the one when it's like slow as hell.
Immobilized,
it doesn't move.
pretty much.
Yeah, almost immobilized, yeah.
Okay, so Luvnest has got the P4 out. And so P4 and pack versus 2 T34 85s. That's pretty close.
It is pretty close, but I just give it just to the T34 85 barely. I think if he had a Stug as well to back that up, that would be in his favor.
And this is laying rounds into the side armor of the P4. And now the front armor. Look at that max range shot. Spotting by the infantry. This P4 is so hurt now. He's got to back up. And once this T34 gets report, where are the repairs happening on the T34? Where'd they run up to? Oh, the healthy ones come right up the gut. Molly against the pack. I was wondering when he's going to push the mortar forward and try to get the pack with it.
Yeah, that grenade forced the pack to move as well, and so Jesulin now can get in on that pack now.
Man, Ipkai, I can't tell you how much I appreciate the occlusion. Because I'm like watching guys behind trees, and I'm just so happy that I can see them now. I'm so happy, Ipkai. It makes my job as an observer that much easier.
Yeah, so there's like, as well as this, man, as well as the 2 new armors, they added a lot of like little new features as well. And Luvnest calls GG.
Oh, really? Good grief. He's just feeling swarmed and surrounded, huh?
Yeah. That was it. I mean, that's what Jesulin did. He did like four conscripts at the start and just completely managed to overwhelm him. Luvnest managed to hold his ground.
Wow.
And then he pushed out a bit as well, but he just couldn't handle it then towards the end, and then he slowly ceded territory till he only had a couple of sectors left outside his base.
Luvnest surrendered. Okay, I hear we can move by the mini-map. Nope, that was a false tip. I got a PM from a guy that said once they tries to take your camera control away, you can move via mini-map. I don't think so. No, I can't. Give it back.
Nope.
Give it back, Relic. Give me my camera back. I want to move around, which I can't do. I can look at units, though. We got a couple triple vet conscripts. Not any superhero units. Just, solid play. I think the mortar was the star. 28 kills, definitely. The mortar was the star of the show. All right, send me your video again, please, Ipkai, as I hop out of this. That's game 1 in the books. We can chalk one up for Jesulin, our Alienware champ, a.k.a. Darth Vader. Can anybody put an end to his reign of terror? Stick around, fight fans. I'm going to blind you with this orange shirt all night long in honor of the Netherlands who are going through. Tomorrow is Germany. The next day is America. And crazy enough, Ipkai, I'm going to be watching the games with computer heat. He's going to be here in Berlin. We're going to go to the
That's cool.
We're going to go to the beer halls and drink the Steins and eat the pretzels, and we're going to have so much fun. I'll be sure to take some pics when he arrives, our lead editor at Ko2.org. All right, guys, we'll be right back with game number 2.